Everybody once again, and welcome to our Zoom meeting for today. Like you all know, the International Council of Nurses, that's the ICN, and the Canadian Nurses Association, which is the CNA, will co-host the 29th ICN Congress from 1st to 5th July 2023 in Montreal, Canada, with the theme Nurses Together, a Force for Global Health. So the 2023 Congress will be held in the Montreal Palais de Congrès. That's like the Montreal Conventional Center. Okay, so in this meeting, I'll be reviewing the two stages or two steps of the plan for the trip to Canada. So stage one would include our group registration with the ICN and our group visa application with the IRCC. So let me start with stage one, which is with the ICN. So the ICN would accept group registration for a group of 10 individuals or more. So once we have 10 or above delegates, we would send a group registration request to the ICN, for which they would give an invoice to they would invoice us the conference registration fee. So we'll need to pay the sum of 775 Canadian dollars. Is written on their site, 775 Canadian dollars. So we really don't have access to Canadian dollars. So in US dollars is 600 US dollars. And then in Naira is 437,000 Naira. So why the students must pay 340 Canadian dollars, or in US dollars is 300 US dollars. Then in Naira, it is about 200,000 Naira using our exchange rates today. So, but coming as a student, you must show proof of status like your admission letter and your student's ID. So once your registration fee has been received by the ICN, delegates would receive a group letter of invitation, which is a requirement for visa application. So now let's look at their cancellation policy. In case things don't go as planned and any of us doesn't get a visa. I'm sorry for that, please. So since we plan to apply now, this allows anyone who doesn't get a visa to request a full refund before February 1st. So cancellations between February 2nd, 2023 and May 31st, 2023 would only get 50% discount. So registration, they will only get 50% registration fee refund, whereas any requests for refund after 1st of June 2023 would not be honored by the ICN. So that's why we must apply now, so that no matter the outcome of the visa application, you get your full registration fee back. Okay, so let's talk about, so once we've paid and received the letter of invitation, we can then proceed to the IRCC portal to apply for a visa as a group. Like you all know, this is not like a situation of an e-visa, so you have to appear for your biometrics. So our agents would initiate the process for a group application on the IRCC website for a temporary resident visa, that's your visitor's visa. So information would need from you will include your personal details, your travel document details, finances, education history, criminality and security, your medical background, family information. So individual temporary resident visa application fee costs 100 US dollars. And in Naira, it is 71,000 Naira, still using today's exchange rate. Let me mention here that visa applications are considered on a case-by-case basis based on the information presented by the applicant. The onus is on you, the applicant, to show that you meet the requirements for a temporary resident visa. A special a special event code has been assigned by the IRCC to the ICN Conference, and this will certainly contribute towards a successful and positive visa outcome. However, delegates must meet all the eligibility criteria in order to receive a visa. So you must have a letter of invitation, you must have a valid passport, must have no criminal or immigration-related convictions. You also have to convince an immigration officer that you have ties, like home ties. Could be your job, home, financial assets or family, something that will assure them that you return to your home country after your stay in Canada. So you also have to convince the immigration officer that you will leave Canada at the end of your visit. You have money, you have to have money, have enough money for your stay in Canada. So the amount of money you will need depends on how long you will stay and if you will stay in a hotel. Okay, so you also required as sorry, hold on. Okay, so you're also required as part of the visa application process to submit your biometrics. The biometric fee is $85 US, and when you convert that to Naira, it's about 48,000 Naira. But exclude biometrics if you have given biometrics to the Canadian Embassy only within 10 years, the last 10 years. So you don't need to go back for biometrics. So in total, the first stage members are required to pay an estimate of 616,000 Naira or 870 US, while students will pay the sum of 570 US or 379,000 Naira. So this fee covers your conference registration fees, which is the estimate of 437,000 Naira or 600 US for members. Then for students is 300 US or 200,000 Naira. So the temporary resident visa application fee is 100 US, and in Naira is 71,000 Naira. While the biometric fee, like I said before, is 48,000 Naira, which is equivalent to 85 US, and then a processing fee of 60,000 Naira. So now let's look at 5 important documents you need to complete your visa application. The first would be 1, a letter of invitation. So the ICN would provide this one once they receive payments of our group registration fees. So the second one is the NIN. Your NIN, that's the national identity document. So you can follow the link in the WhatsApp group to learn how to generate and download your NIN. The third one is a valid passport and clear copy showing pages with stamps, visas. But you must have at least one free page where we can stick your visitor's visa. And the fourth one is the proof of funds. You must show that you can support yourself while you're in Canada by providing bank statements for the past 4 months, showing an amount large enough to cover all your reasonable expenses while you're in Canada. If you would depend on someone financially during your stay in Canada, please provide a letter or statement from that person that you would depend on while you're in Canada. The letter of statement must include maybe the amount of money this person will be providing, plus the proof that the person has sufficient funds. The person must also provide evidence of their relationship with you, depending on the type of relationship. This could be maybe a copy of marriage certificate, could be phone records, could be birth registration, maybe your family documents or photos. And finally, additional documents or explanation that you think may assist the visa processing officer that will be reviewing your visa application for the conference. So the stage 2, once we receive our visas, we can proceed to the second stage. Now let's look at the plan and budget for the second stage. We have been able to source for a discounted group flight booking for about an estimate of 800,000 naira based on today's exchange rates. So the second one is the hotel. So this hotel, we're giving an estimate of 400,000 naira for hotels, but there are also shared apartments and even dormitories, which are cheaper than hotels. So that one, we have an estimate of 200,000 naira for 7 nights. The 400,000 naira is also for 7 nights. So there's also tours, but this is totally optional. Okay, for example, there is the Montreal International Jazz Festival, which will be held from 29th of June to 8th of July. And then 1st of July is the Canada Day, the national holiday. There will be a national holiday in Canada. It's a time for Canadians to show their pride in their history, their culture, their achievements. So that, I think that would be a great sight. So the total budget estimate for the trip is about 2,066,000. But remember, if you're coming as a student, just deduct that, deduct the difference. If you have done biometrics, deduct that as well. If you're opting for a shared apartment and not hotel, to deduct that as well. Then dormitories, deduct that, but you may want to see a picture of dormitories and what it looks like, the bunks and all that, to actually know if that's what you want. So this is an estimate of what you need. Okay, so yeah, so well, we've come to the end of the presentation. So if you have questions, kindly raise your hand and unmute yourself. Thank you very much, colleagues.